Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our tribute run here on Elmcreek. Just finishing up planting the rest of our sorghum here on field 47. Well, 47 and 48. Excuse me. And then we will get, we're going to figure out what we're going to do about field 53 over there. Or 41. To be fair, 41 would also be a reasonable option as well. Okay, just little bits that still keep getting missed, but whatever. I mean, like I said, I think 41 is the better value, so from that context is ultimately a better field for us. It's smaller though, isn't it? Let's see, what is the size of 41? This one's 1.92. Oh, it's actually bigger, really? That's also why it's probably better value, because it's a little bit bigger, only a slightly bit more expensive. Oh, and it's a better yield field too. I actually think 41 is the better buy. I'm sure we can come up with $10,000 extra. Let me get the cedar. I think I'm going to buy that one. I think that's the plan. Well, that's assuming we have enough money from the shirts. The clothes, I should say. Which, to be fair, we might not have enough. But honestly, I'm at the point now where I don't mind taking out a little bit of extra loan. And kind of what I'm going to do right now is, because it's actually not time to sell the clothes anyway, and I've already fast forwarded to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry, hit the microphone. And I don't want to fast forward too much later, or else it's going to get dark. It's going to be hard to see. So I'm just going to go ahead and borrow the money to buy the field so I can seed the field, and then oh, it's also got rocks on it. Oof. That's actually annoying. I have to get all that picked up. But anyway, I want to seed the field so that I can get let me just get this cedar out of the way. Get that done while it's still daylight, and then I can pay back the loan once we sell the clothes. I'm gonna get the rock thing. It's gonna add to our expenses here, but I think it's gonna be fine. You know what? Let's just get it done. Let's move forward here. So we're gonna go ahead and borrow enough money. And again, if you're wondering how I'm able to borrow more money, I do not have a house yet. I know I talked about that before, that you have to have a house to be able to borrow past the $500,000. I do not have that set up. And I don't have enough field value to do that anyway. But what I do have is I went ahead and got a mod that allows me to get a little bit more money. Actually, it allows me to get a lot more money, but I'm only going to use it to get a little bit more money and kind of just speed things up with the save here. Let's go ahead and grab you. Bye. Let's go ahead and grab the rock picker-upper and get that rolling. We'll grab the big one here. Well, the biggest one we can get. I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant soybeans on that one though. I say that. We do need to see the actually, I wonder if we can bring that back with us, even if we can't use it off the front, which we might still actually be able to use it off the front. But I want to go ahead and grab the scanner. Actually, you know what we're gonna do instead? Because you can do this, and I'm just gonna show off the fact that you can do this, is we can come over here. I keep hitting reset. I did not mean to hit reset. It's on field 52. Poor field 50. I meant to select. And then there is a purchase soil information, and we can do that for, I think it's more expensive. Maybe. Once you lease the thing and then you pay for the samples, I actually don't know if it's that much more expensive, but we're going to do it anyway just because I kind of want to see what it does. Because all the soil information we have, nitrogen is relatively low, but I don't know if it's low enough to plant soybeans, actually. We're going to have to zip over there and find out. I don't think it is. Nose is itchy. Oh, I bet we're gonna have to lime that field too, aren't we? It probably needs it, but probably could get by without liming right away. And maybe once we need to lime it, we can just lime all the fields at once. All right, you think you're done, which you're obviously not, so we're going to turn you back on, get you rolling some more. Hey, the rain stopped. All right, done there. Let's go get our other field done. We've used hardly any fertilizer. Wait, do I have it buying fertilizer right now? Probably do, knowing me. Turn it on for some setting for something temporarily and forgot to turn it back off. Yep, I do. That's all right. I mean, it does cost a bit more to buy it than to just get it from the store, but it's not the end of the world. Get you out of the way for a second so I can start doing that, getting this guy to go vertical. All right, 20% full on his rocks here. gonna take a while to do that whole field. Is this our biggest field now, somehow? Did I just happen to buy our biggest field now just because of the fact this one has the curve? Let's see. Farmland. 1.92. Yeah. Even this one, which is 2 combined, obviously it's only what, 1.4 or something like that. That is actually 1.3, right? Yeah, about 1.3. That's crazy. We just bought our biggest field. I like it. Although I guess if we'd bought one of these down here, I think that would have been our biggest one at the time, wouldn't it? Nope, not quite. So yeah. Because we chose this one over the other one, it ended up being our biggest field. Not by much, don't get me wrong. I mean, 42 and 41 are effectively the same size. It's just 42 has that little curve. Oh, the header doesn't help you because you just do the whole thing anyway. Just like one weed in the middle of this field right here. Oh well, and there's like 2 over there. $10,206. I didn't still have to plant that field over there. I'd go ahead and fast forward some more, but I don't want to plant in the dark if I can help it. Oh, you're... Sorry, wrong person. I go over there is too dumb to know what he's doing. I really don't want to have to babysit you over the course of this entire field with this tiny little annoying rock picker-upper. Actually kind of tempted to turn off rocks. Don't know that they add that much value to the game. To be fair, because of the way I do stuff, you know, with the type of cultivator and rollering and all that kind of stuff that I do, I effectively, once I've cleared off the rocks the first time, I never have to deal with rocks again. So as far as I'm concerned, the rocks don't exist other than the first time you buy a field. There should be an ability when you buy the field, pay a little bit extra to automatically pick up all the rocks. All right, well, I'm going to let this run for a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're getting ready, or we are already seeding some soybean on this field. I decided to go ahead and just do soybean because why not? The fertilizing was a little bit low. I still think it's going to be too high for the soybeans when it's all said and done, to be honest. Because it needs to be 0, right? And we're at 15 to 20. I hate the fact that it says perfect and then it's not going to end up being perfect still, which is a little annoying. The pH value is actually a bit low, although in some places it's okay. And then in some places it is going to be, I think there's a couple spots it's good. As you can see, there are still rocks on the field. But at the same time, there's not actually rocks on the field. So what happened was I actually collected rocks for probably close to half the field. I mean, all the stuff that you can see here. And then when I went to go dump it, I was just going to go dump it in the woods over there because I don't need the money. It's not worth that much. It would not let me dump at all, anywhere. I mean, maybe if I drove it all the way to the crusher, it would have let me dump it there. But I've definitely been able to dump it in, you know, in trees and bushes and stuff like that on my other maps. So I'm not sure why it was suddenly giving me problems and not letting me dump it off. And I couldn't continue to gather, at least not with the worker. And I was sitting here eating some ice cream while I was doing my worker stuff. And so I was like, you know what? Fine. That's my trigger. That's my hint to myself that stones are not really a valuable part of the game. I don't find any value in the stones at all because again, we use all the equipment that mitigates their impact 100% anyway. So I went ahead and just turned off stones. Unfortunately, they still graphically do show up, even if you turn them off, which is a bit of annoyance, but they might go away if I relive the game. I'm not sure, but it's not that big a deal. We'll just accept their presence as far as visually, but they are not actually there. I went ahead and turned the stones off because I don't care about them. All right, let's go get the roller. We do need to get rolling on this field. Actually, we need to roll all of our fields, don't we? I should have started that a long time ago. This guy struggles a little bit with it, but he'll get it done. Those are close at. They're still, I mean, we haven't really been going very fast, obviously, since I stopped fast forwarding, so hasn't really changed much in price. Go away, annoying stones. I might release the stone picker just to finish up this field at some point, just because it's going to annoy me to see them all the time. Even though they don't actually exist. I don't think we even see the small stones on our fields anymore. Because wouldn't we be seeing them right now? Maybe our cultivator just doesn't have any stones at all. Or the way our seeders work. I did not quite get that. Trying to do this without having to raise this thing up, but I guess I'm going to raise it up just so I can position it better. just occurred to me that actually that new field is not that much smaller than these two combined, is it? Because these, like I say, these are about 1.3 maybe, and this one's 1.2. It's 2.5, and this is 2, almost 2. So, I mean, it's a little bit smaller. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, it's not. We're still going to get quite a bit of soybean off that field, I guess is what I'm kind of getting at. So even if we switch these to permanent sorghum, which may or may not, I honestly haven't decided how we're going to do it. If the sorghum fixes this field and then that field has a problem now, then we will probably switch that one to sorghum, put these back at soybeans, and just go from there. I'm actually kind of suspecting that we won't be able to fix the soybean issue. I think they're just going to be busted as far as fertilizing is concerned, because I don't know if we can get it down to 0. I don't know how we would do that. I also don't know why soybeans only need 0. That seems a little strange to me. I wonder if I could edit the game files to make it like need 20 or 30. Like, I feel like the idea that soybeans need 0 fertilizer, I mean, is that realistic? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Or that, maybe I should put it another way. Not that it needs 0, but the adding fertilizer to it somehow is a negative environmental impact. Like, what? 5, whatever, not kilograms, whatever it is, the value of, what is it listed as? Oh, it's kilograms, yeah. 5 kilograms per hectare of fertilizer suddenly ruins the entire crop from an environmental standpoint. I don't know if that makes sense to me. I'd have to look that up. Maybe it does. Maybe that's realistic. Seems odd, though. How far along are you on your seeding, my friend? Almost done, actually. All right, well, let me get this field done, obviously, here. I'll get that done between episodes and get started on the next one, and we'll go from there. When we come back, we'll be done seeding, obviously. We'll still have a little bit of rolling left, and then we can sell our clothes and see where that takes us. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.